when there is an interference from the male partner's parents, how
Mhm.
should the couple handle it?
Hi, Sujita, and you have to ask me these tough questions. Okay, here goes. Look, in Indian families, elders mean a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes they get too involved in the couple's personal matters. But the real key is couple has to act like a team,
Mhm,
especially the man.
mhm,
He has to very clearly let his parents know she's my partner and
mm.
I will not allow her to feel disrespected or unheard. And
Right.
this does not have to be in a rude way. It can be with very calm, but in a very stable and strong way,
Right.
so that they also don't get hurt. At the same time, the woman can also be respectful but firm because
Mhm,
not everything needs to be agreed with.
mhm,
And not every opinion has to be taken personally
mhm.
because usually the girl, if she's gone to the husband's house, will start to feel a bit alienated and targeted. So let that not be the focus of the discussion. So if the interference is hurting the marriage, the couple has to set boundaries together. Privately, they can talk, listen to each other's emotions, and support each other. Publicly, they have to stand united. Because when parents see that strength in unity, the interference slowly will reduce. You know what I mean? And my
Well, yeah.
final suggestion is respect your elders, but protect the relationship and handle it with grace and lead with unity.
Okay, so I would like to share is that, see, when woman gets married, um, it is a it's a default pressure that she's coming with, because we women of today are working. Most of us are working, and we have seen our moms as an example. So when we get married, our moms are our example. So the way moms used to take care of family, cooking, kitchen, to household, we start comparing ourselves like, oh, I am not even 10% of my mom. So we already have a pressure. And if you see that when a man gets married, he doesn't have any pressure of getting up in the morning, making sure he gets up before or along with the in-laws. He doesn't have any pressure of what kind of clothes he needs to wear, how he behaves, or what is the in-laws expecting. None of that. But a woman has that pressure constantly. So when she is coming to a new family, she's constantly being judged for what time she's getting up, what type of clothes she's wearing, how she's laughing, how she's sitting, how she's talking, and it is there. How much ever we deny that, it is there. So first is understanding that is very critical. And then for her, the only point of support or a safe zone in that house is her husband. And so if her husband does not support her, then there is a gap that starts building between her and this family. So husband plays a major role in creating space for his wife in the family. So as you rightly said, they have to stand united, but initially the man has to take the stand. Man has to make sure that he has to, what you say, without judging she's right or wrong, without even going into she's demanding the right thing or not. Initially, for first couple of months, he has to just make sure, create space for her. If anybody's pointing out at her, really saying that, can you just let her be and not point out at her, and standing up for her. Those small little things will slowly build space and make her feel comfortable.
But so are you saying that women should not do anything in this time? Or if you're saying that there is a certain way that a woman can also participate in this because it's a family, it's a home that she's gone into. It's also her home. I
Right.
completely understand that it is the man's house that she's gone
Mhm.
into.
Mm.
But there are also certain things that she can do to say that, look, this is my home, and embrace it completely. So, do you think a woman should just wait for the man to always stand by her and take a stand? Which I agree, which I understand completely. But is there also something that the woman can do to participate and make herself also a part of the family?
Well, it takes time. It really takes time because initially women don't women are under microscopic lens.
Mhm.
So they are being observed for every little thing. So unless, see, it's like when you go to a new office and first few days or few months, nobody will point out at you, nobody will give you a tough task. They give you a time to settle down. It's the same concept here. When a woman is coming, she's already, see, like you put me into a five-star hotel. How much of a luxury you give me? After a couple of days, I want to get back home because the comfort of sleeping on my bed with my comforter cannot be replaced with all the luxury. Now, when a woman is leaving her house and coming to a man's house, she's permanently leaving that comfort. Now it's even difficult to sleep in somebody's house for a daily, for a continuous 30 days. You feel homesick. Now it's a journey. The food is different, the house is different. You're feeling hungry, but you can't go to kitchen and suddenly cook something for yourself because it's a new place. Somebody will have to make you feel at home. So initially, when the woman is getting married and coming to a man's house, it's the man's, and why I'm saying man's job, because I cannot say the whole family should welcome her. Ideally, they should, because it takes time for her to feel this is my house. You are right, this is her house too, but frankly speaking, that's not how they are treated. They are always treated as like it is, you have come here, so you need to adjust according to us. You need to follow our culture. You need to do puja like ours. And so just that initial couple of months it takes to just make her feel comfortable at home. And the more initial 6 months, if you can give that to her, then then there is a great relationship that can build between the daughter-in-law and the in-laws. But the initial discomfort, 99% of the in-laws cases that comes to us, like in-laws interference cases, women are ticked off or they have made a concept about their in-laws in first 6 months because of the continuously what kind of treatment they're getting and their man wanting to strike a balance. I don't want to hurt my parents as well as not my wife. So they feel sandwiched and then they try to balance both sides. And in that game, they actually burned their marriage.
Well, see, okay, so here's a quick disclaimer that we are not talking about every household is like this.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Of
We
course,
are
of
not
course.
saying that every single in-law is like that. So I am going to be the devil's advocate here and put a disclaimer that we're not saying that all of them are. But there could be a lot of situations when this is happening and women are facing this. But at the same time, and then men get really sandwiched to say that should I be with my parents? Should I talk about my wife? What should I say? Which side should I be on? Because they constantly get questioned and need to pacify both sides or
Yeah,
but for me, again, as I think that since the woman is coming to your house for every man, that is your house, create a safe space for her.
yeah,
And then also I would put, I know your thought process is slightly different. I would also want women to very wholeheartedly accept their new home with their husband as their own and equally participate and because you could be sitting in a corner and not talking and not interacting with people and it gets very awkward after some time,
yeah.
if be a part of the family, try and be a part of the family as much as you can. You don't need to be best friends right in the first week with everybody in the house, but have a mindset that this is my house, this is where I'm going to be, And as I said earlier, be a little bit firm on whatever you are talking about. You don't have to agree on every single thing. And yeah, it's your home. Build it together.
Well, I believe that women should not speak at all. Like first 6 months, women should not speak at all, and that is only possible if the man takes a stand. And why? Because if a daughter-in-law says something, it stays for life. But if their son says something to their parents, it is going to they're going to be upset for some time. Oh, okay, now your wife has come, so you're talking like this. But within an half an hour, parents will forget. I'm like, it's okay. They have a 20, 30 years of relationship with their son. But if a daughter-in-law says something, it stays for life. So I would say that the couple should have a pact that the man should take a stand and the woman should keep quiet, because that's how you can slowly create space for your woman to get absorbed into your family. And you can also, by taking stand for her, you create space for her to slowly feel at home and open up.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So could we discuss how should the couple react
mhm.
if there is interference from the woman's family or from the wife's family? Can we
Yeah, yeah,
talk a little bit
sure.
about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
what do you think a woman should do? You can share your thoughts, and then I'll also probably uh,
yeah.
say what I
So
think.
so first and foremost thing is that, see, most of the time, women, when they go to their in-laws place, initially everything that happens, they tend to share it with their moms.
Hello.
And yeah, and
Yeah.
it's just that it's more of like a comfort zone they go back to, that, oh, mama, they asked me to cook this, I don't know how to cook, how can you tell me? Now, I don't know how to handle this, how to handle, like, they just don't want to come across as somebody who's ignorant, who doesn't know anything, so they keep referring. As long as it is reference, it is fine. But what happens is it goes on to venting sessions too. Everything that they don't like about the in-laws or the husband, they start sharing. Now, I'm also a mother, I know it's a very basic mother instinct. The moment I know my kid is not happy, I start giving advices. Now, um, she has got married, not her mother. So she needs to develop that spine that after you're married, you are a grown up woman. That's why you're married, right? So
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you're married, uh, slowly and steadily try to confide in your husband, not in your mother. And that also plays a role how your husband listens to you. So, husbands, please provide that space to her so that she can share with you everything and anything, especially against your parents. See, when she as long as she's sharing with you, it's still staying in the family.
Yeah.
And then, so first is, women need to make sure they don't go back to their mom for everything. Yeah, you want a reference, you want a recipe, don't know how to handle this and how to handle that. Of course, your mother is there to support you, but when it comes to, this is your home now. Now, if your husband's respect is not your respect, if your in-laws' respect is not your respect, then you are missing out on this family. This is your
True.
family. To build that, you have to cut out on what you share with your mom and dad, because it is by basic parental instinct they will jump into saving their daughter. So it's just that a little disagreement or adjustment issues initially. So it is important that the couple speak to each other. So that's what my suggestion is, how the couple can enter. It's completely, I feel, whosoever whose parents are they, that particular person have to handle. And you
Yeah.
need to be very firm to your parents that, mom, this is my marriage, I'll handle it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, they have handled their marriage their way, and that is how they made it work. And
Yeah.
we are handling our marriage our way. Let us work on it, and that is something that they can absolutely talk about. And you're right when you say that more often than not, unknowingly, women tend to share with their parents about every single thing that is happening,
Hmm.
and that creates a misunderstanding between the parents
And the two families.
and the two families straight away.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think if she's still getting to know her husband, And the first point of contact should be the husband, where she should talk to her husband straight away. If she is still in the process of getting to know the husband, maybe she can write it down, she
Yeah.
can journal it. Also, another great thing is that women usually have great friendships with other women, and probably they can talk to a friend
Well,
who listens.
I would advise against that too.
You think so?
Because,
Why?
yeah, because it's just that sharing it with anybody other than your husband is just going to, I'm putting my personal life out there, and I don't think that's something which is advisable
What about a
because you
friend who
don't,
just no? What about a friend who just listens without advising? Because usually the issue happens when people start giving advices. People start talking
yeah.
that okay, do
So
this, do that, and all that.
then
But
put
if they
that
have a friend,
disclaimer. Then put
yeah,
that
yeah,
disclaimer before
100%,
sharing that I'm
100%.
just sharing. I just want you to listen and don't tell me anything what to do because I would like to sort it out with my husband, but I just need somebody to listen to me. Yeah, then put that disclaimer because many
Yes.
times people friends will advise you
No, no. So
are
I
big things. Yeah.
this is what I'm saying, that don't share it with people who you think are going to give you suggestions and advice. Talk to a friend who will listen to you and share.
Yeah.
So that's that, because a lot of times when you do that, things don't seem as difficult as they do in,
I
in
agree.
yeah.
Absolutely. I agree. But then I'm just saying the initial 6 months is pretty tough. So if you can sail through that period with your husband, it will help you strengthen your relationship. So
So,
turn to your partner for everything,
so
and
okay,
then
so
slowly
yeah,
you will be able to develop that kind of understanding with each other. Because if I have a habit of, let's say, talking to my best friend whenever I'm in trouble, and after marriage also I'm turning to her, then I'm not turning to my partner. And
yeah,
then,
so
the first thought will be I want to share it with her and not with him, and
yeah,
that's not going to help.
yeah. So as you correctly said earlier, that when you are sharing with your partner or your husband, he may start to feel that you're complaining about his parents all the time.
So that's what we are talking right
That's
now
what we
today.
spoke about, that they
Yeah.
should create a safe space for her
Yeah.
to speak and not
Yeah.
judge. And and that should be a good way to start.
Yes. Yes, of course. And then, like, if you want your wife to treat your parents as her own parents, then we do crib about our own parents. We do fight
Yeah.
with our own parents, and we love
True.
them too. So now you need to give the woman all the rights. Like
Hmm.
if they have to treat them as their own parents, then they will get upset with them also. They
Yeah.
will sometimes fight with them also. They will
Yeah.
complain about them also, but then come
Hmm.
back to them also, like the way we do
True.
with our own parents. So
Yeah.
it's a journey, but then first step I feel man has to take, because still
No,
in
it's his
India,
house. Yeah, it's his house.
yeah,
Absolutely.
women are coming to the man's house. So
Yeah.
man has to take that charge. And a lot of places now it has started that women's parents are also interfering. So I would say that one thing to all parents is like start pushing your kids out as soon as they are 21.
Yeah, yeah, we spoke about this once, I remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
said that usually kids are staying with their parents for far too long,
yeah.
30, 32, 35, and then
Till
when
they
they
get
get married,
married.
till they get married, literally.
Yeah,
And then when they get married, they've not had the idea of staying on their own. They don't know how to handle things alone. They
right.
don't know how to, face day-to-day life alone on their own. And they feel completely lost. And that's
Yeah.
why these phone calls happen between the wife and her parents. And if that is taken care of earlier, if they are going to a hostel or a boarding school.
Yeah, I mean, by 21, they should be working, and they 22, 25, they're working. They should go out and live on their own, learn how to buy veggies to groceries
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
even
yeah.
even
Make their own
hiring a,
meal,
yeah, make their own
make their
meal,
own
or
bed. Yeah,
hiring a cook, or how to run even the cook and maid, and how to run their house, how to pay electricity bills on time, and how to keep the house clean. Like really know how to live on your own. And then when both of them know how to live on their own, then when they come together, they are not liability on each other. Then they are
Yeah.
two individuals, independently living individuals, financially independent, every possible way independent, coming together.
And
They are
creating a
going
life
to,
together. Yeah.
oh yeah,
They,
two mature people coming together. But most of the time, kids are with their parents till 35, till 30, till they get married, and then suddenly they're coming
yeah.
out of parents' house where mom and dad was taking care of everything.
Yeah.
Suddenly they have to do everything, and there's like, oh my God, I never expected marriage to be like this. But
No, and even yes, which is I want to say that even for men, when they their wives are coming to their place, if they've not lived on their own, if they haven't experienced life on their own, if they haven't experienced making money on their own, and they've always been handheld their entire life by their parents, it's a very difficult journey for them to you have a partner with them and then live a life together. So it's equally for men and women both.
and they
Uh,
expect their wife to be their moms, like,
correct, correct,
why
yeah.
is she not treating me like my mom? Because she's not your mom, she's your wife.
She is your wife. So for parents, as you rightly said, send them off to boarding school or a hostel where they learn life skills.
Yeah.
They
Please live on
learn
your own. Like
to live
before you
in
get
a
married, at least
yeah.
solid 2, 3 years, live on your own, then get
Mhm.
married so you know what it takes to live on your own.
Yeah, yeah, great. So that's our topic for today.
It was a
Uh,
great discussion, Taj. Like I really feel this is the need of an hour because this is creating a lot of challenge in people's life, and we keep hearing many such cases that keeps coming to us.
yeah,
So thanks for the discussion, and this is Coach Sucheta.
and this is Coach Taj Masi, and we are the Art of Living Together. And we will see you in the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.